Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. What's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're doing a little something. We're doing it. We're doing Jund Modified. Now, okay, we did the Gruul Modified, and that actually was really fun and really good. But we're like, what if we could squeeze in some other interesting cards and some better removal? Does that make the deck better? I don't know, but it might make it a hell of a lot more fun, mostly because we get to play with Bloodsky Berserker. This is a card I think I've only used in 2 other deck lists on this channel so far, so it's always good to get to come to cards like this that we don't normally get to play with. However, there's another fun interaction with the rare card that we're going to put in here that you don't really get to play in a lot of lists, but I'm going to save that for a surprise till we get to the deck list. Let's go take a look at it. If you're looking for quality binders, sleeves, dice, deck boxes, or other supplies, be sure to check out Ultra Pro's Smoke Gray collection this month over at shop.ultrapro.com/PowrDragn and use promo code PowrDragn to save 5%. Alright, hopping into the deck here, we've got 2 Bloodchief's Thirst, mostly because I just wanted to keep a little bit of cheap removal in here. Now, admittedly, if we do want to play it for the higher cost, the kicker, we do need a second black mana, but I'm okay with that, because most of the time, if there's something we need to kill with that, it comes later in the game anyway. The early stuff, we just need to get rid of it cheaply, especially if it's something like a Thalia or whatever. The cheaper answers we have, the better. For Kamano faces Kakazan, of course, we're doing the whole modified thing. We like stuff also getting exiled, which is nice, instead of going to the graveyard, so that's good. So yeah, we're totally good with all this. For Swarm Shambler, this is another one that comes into play with the counter on its own. So it's already set up to go as far as being a modified creature. We can grow it. It also means if they target any of our other stuff, we get a 1/1 that it leaves behind, which a lot of times you look at the 1/1 and say, it's not that much. But if we have ways to put counters on things and whatever, it does become somewhat of a threat. Worst case scenario, it's something we can block with. Now, Bloodsky Berserker, for those of you that haven't seen it, this is a 2-mana 1/1 that whenever we cast our second spell for the turn, it gets 2+1/+1 counters and gains menace. So we do like this. There's a lot of times we can draw stuff later and have the option of playing 2 things, which is great. And having something that gets menace is also really good, especially since sometimes we can make this into a 6, 7, 8 power, and your opponent's going to have trouble blocking it without double blocking it. So we love this in this deck. Again, we're trying to play a little bit of better removal, so here's 2 Infernal Grasp, because it wasn't going to be worth it to just play black for 3 Bloodsky Berserker, right? If we're going to go in, we might as well go in on it. Then we got 4 Kami's Flayer. We played this in the other deck, get to kill creatures and still deal damage to the opponent. We like that. For Ranger class, I almost went just 3 on the Ranger class, but I decided 4 is probably where we want to be. Especially with the Bloodsky Berserker, it's another cheap thing that we can sometimes double down on. It also gives us the opportunity to put more +1/+1s on things. And we don't really have ways to draw cards, so being able to level up to level 3 kind of is like drawing cards for us, so we'll take it. Now, this is the other card I wanted to put in here. I've constantly been looking at this card and trying to figure out, like, when is this card going to be worth playing, right? Because it's usually not worth paying. I mean, admittedly, 5/4, 5/3, or 5/4 haste trample is fine, but it's not great, especially in a world of Goldspan dragons and all kinds of other stuff. But in a deck where I only pay 3 for it, and then it comes down as a 5/4 and stays on the battlefield, that's a pretty big deal. Like, if you, for whatever reason, end up playing, say, like Swarm Shambler on 1, Kamano faces Kakazan on 2, you could play this on 3, and then on turn 3, have a 5/4 trample haste attacking, right? So that's actually pretty damn cool. But also, we have the other thing that if you draw it later, when you already have something like Ranger class out, and you've already leveled it up, well, then you attack with this. Again, it gets to stay. Well, this works out great anyway, because we have Katamas, obviously. Going to help us get more mana. And again, this kind of comes back to the Bloodsky Berserker, right? If we can just get to where we have more mana, then we do more things. It's always a good thing. But then we also have Invigorating Hot Springs, which again, let's rewind to the Shatterskull Charger, right? It works good with this. Awesome. Also works good with Raiju because it puts another counter on it to protect it, or it puts a counter on something else when it comes into play ready to go and get more damage. Or we could put it on Helena and Elena, comes in with 3 counters, or put with 1 counter, has 3 power, can make something else get 3 counters, and we can still attack with the partners on top of that. So we get to the deck where like everything's kind of jiving together pretty well. Also, don't forget that Bloodsky Berserker is also really good with Ranger class if you're getting to play multiple things of that turn or off the top of your library. land-wise, we're playing one Shatter Skull Smashing. I didn't go too heavy on this because we have other quality removal. Maybe I should be playing an extra one, but I wanted to find room for at least a few basics so we could take advantage of Kodama the West Tree. Now, we could play more basics in the list, but the reason we're not is we don't expect the games to go that long with us having a Kodama on the battlefield, right? If we have games with Kodama out to where we get all 4 or 5 of our basics, we've probably done pretty well. If we're going long and Kodama's not out, we weren't going to have ways to search for those basics anyway. That's kind of the logic there. Because everything tramples, you should be able to get stuff done, but, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, 1 Shatter Skull Smashing, 1 Den of the Bugbear, 2 Mountains, 1 Beseiju, 2 Forests, 4 Blightstep Pathway, 2 Haunted Ridge, 4 Darkboar Pathway, 2 Deathcap Glade, 4 Cragcrown Pathway, and 2 Rockfall Vale. And that's it. So yeah, we're playing a weird and quirky list today with some cool cards. Hopefully this is the type of list that, you know, you have some of these cards sitting around, didn't really know what to do with them. Maybe this will help you fill in those slots, but hey, as always, we're going to play some games. We're going to see what works. And then we'll have a card spotlight for you to follow up at the end of the video. So if you want to check that out, be sure to hit that before leaving the video. Otherwise, let's go play some games, and I'll catch you on the other side. We'll keep this. I mean, I can't cast the Infernal Grasp, but, you know, at least have plays for the first couple of turns otherwise. So hopefully something comes of that. We'll see, though. Alright. That's not terrible to have later. We'll go ahead and attack. Alright, what you got? Luminarch Aspirant. Well, that's a little bit of a problem. Okay, we can kill that. Oh, see, now here's where we have to make a serious decision. We can kill Luminarch Aspirant, or we could possibly attack into it. Or, actually, you know what? We can do this anyway. Let's do this. Put this on green, I think. Yeah. Then let's do this. Put a counter here. And we'll just attack with this. With the idea that we're going to try to play Halana and Elena, put a counter on them, pump something else, and try to attack. That's going to be our turn next turn. Now, it's possible the opponent plays like Brutal Cathar here, gets rid of our Wolf token, and that's mostly fine. Nope, a Bloodthirsty Adversary. Alright, I'm just going to get in for max damage here. This is going to be a real question, like how much do we want to take versus how much we, because this is going to be 6, 8, so that puts us at 11. Next turn, that's going to be +1, so they're going to do 9. If they find even one burn spell, we'd be dead. I feel like I'm supposed to block here. I don't like it, but I feel like there's too many ways we lose next turn with them having 4 cards in hand. So that's what we're doing for now. Now we're at 14. Opponent has 3, 6, 9. You could potentially play 10, 11, 12. Still the same thing. I mean, their hand would have to be like land, Reckless Stormseeker, plus Play with Fire or some such. Like some combination thereof. Alright, we go for it. Mostly because I feel like we can at least maybe try to figure out a way from here, depending on what they have. This also is going to cost us 2 life, by the way, so this is a little bit of a concern as well. And whatever we get has haste, so that's another thing. Ooh, that sucks. There goes Alana and Elena, and they're going to get 2 life. Yep. Not sure what our new out is here, if there is one. My guess is they're going to leave something back to block, though. Which we do have 2 creatures in hand. That's a smart attack, attacking with just one thing. Okay, that's going to be a little too slow to help us out here, unfortunately. But it's still a point of damage. Oh, it's to each opponent, each Planeswalker, actually. So we will get to kill the Wandering Emperor. If we attack, the opponent blocks, we play this, we don't die yet. At least I don't think we die yet. Alright, I think we attack here. I mean, I was going to assume, yeah, you're going to block with something, right? There's no way you leave both back and don't block here, because that's part of your plan. And then I don't know how much it matters, but I'm going to put a counter on here. I assume if they're going to remove it, they're going to remove it anyway, but you never know. Opponent's at 8. They've got 5 mana here. Man, I feel like so many things can happen right now. Another Wandering Emperor's pretty rough on us, too. Alright, they shoot that. We get another token, so that's mostly okay. So we still have a blocker, so that part we're not worried about. Sure. Opponent's deciding to attack or not attack. All right. So now we get to make a decision. Do we just kill the Commander, or try to, and then have our hasty thing next turn? Hopefully that kills them. Oh, this is such a gamble. All right, I'm not going to block. I'm not going to block, and I'm going to regret this later, I think. All right, we're at 5. Please don't save this. Okay, they don't have it. Well, we didn't get what we want, but this isn't bad. Now, admittedly, we get to plus. I mean, yeah, okay, cool, we got there. Whew. Whew. All right, here's the deal. We're going to keep this hand. But we know if we keep this hand and they're not playing creatures, we're dead. I mean, we're probably going to be dead anyway because we're not producing threats of our own. So let's just keep it. But this may be one where we're scooping pretty early. All right, well, we drew something we could play here, so that's kind of nice. And we could take advantage of the Kami's flares, so that's pretty cool. So we don't hate that. Now, admittedly, we may have to put one of these on black instead of on red, so that's going to have its own issues, but it is what it is. We'll figure it out as we go along. Definitely don't want them gaining any treasure from that, so let's stop that from happening. Okay, what's next? Tovalar. What deck play? What the what? Who? All right. And now I'm really trying to figure some things out. All right. I mean, I guess this is what we do. I mean, we'll just pass. Try to grow the Shambler a little bit here. Do we get hit with a Thundering Raiju? No, there's an Arlen. Okay. Arlen's going to make some Wolfies. Makes sense.
Who's company? Three's a pack.
All right. Okay, now we're faced with decision time. We knew this moment might come. We can kill a wolf, attack into Arlen, get the opponent to block. That's one option. We can play Raiju, attack into Arlen, because Raiju only deals damage to players, right? Yeah, creature control deals damage to each opponent. So that doesn't particularly help us. I mean, we could play Ryu and attack them both into Arlen, and then they have to split their blocks. So that doesn't suck, right? Maybe that's the play. Why does this feel so bad? All right, I'm into it. Let's do it. I'm just gonna hate myself later. Put the counter here. I mean, like, it is what it is. Oh, they're just double blocking that one? Okay, cool. I was like, wait a minute. They were just gonna block one of them? Oh, that's true. Kamano would have killed her. I totally forgot. I keep forgetting Kamano hits planeswalkers.
They're close.
Though it doesn't look like Arlen's doing anything here. Kadama, cool. Kadama does come down with the counter. But I think we're mostly okay with where things fell here. So let's... Guess we attack and pump. Yeah, it's fine. And we'll go here. Counter here. And if you would like to block, okay, no blockage. Fair enough.
The wilds are threatened.
All right. All right, we did what we could here. What you got for us, opponent? All right, didn't matter anyway. Never punished. Okay. This one we're going to keep. And hopefully find something cool to do with this bonus counter from Kamano. Isn't it weird how, like, Magic tries to go out of their way to find ways to put the Planeswalker symbol into everything? Okay, we have double green, we got black, green, red, blah, blah, blah. All right. Let's do this one. All right. We're probably going to end up having to shoot something here. Is my guess. Yep, Rabid Battery. I think we're okay wanting to shoot that. Though we'll probably wait to do it. Yep, you're not going to work out here. Let's go ahead and just play that, and we'll pass. Give them a chance to maybe try to play something, put the Rabid Battery on it. I doubt they will, but you never know. We also may want to shoot the Kamano. I don't know. Oh. Well, we're doing those shenanigans. No thank you. No thank you at all. Yep. Get to attack for 4. Oh. Come on. Let's play... We're going to do that. I mean, I guess I could have saved and killed the Mind Link mech. That would have probably been smarter. But it's all good. Expressive Iteration? Sure. Maybe they'll just forget Kadama has reach. Well, that's 2 damage. Would allow you to kill our etchings. I mean, I guess right now, if we were to get a removal card for a creature, they wouldn't be able to do anything with the Mind Link mech. Oh, damn, they're just shooting us. They must really want to scry. Okay, they left it on top, whatever it was. All right, they're coming for us. They might be able to just kill us next turn. I mean, if it's a double strike thing, we're just dead, right? I mean, barring us getting a removal card, obviously. So we kind of have to block here, as much as I don't want to. But I think that's the only way we can pseudo-guarantee we're not dead. which is rough, but, you know, is what it is. All right. Try to inch our way ahead here, little by little. This is where we would like to draw one of our better creatures. Ah, they had another one. Dang it. All right. Yep, this might be the beginning of the end. All right. We definitely need a removal card now. That is not it. That is really bad for us, sadly. Oh, and they've got a creature land that they could end up attacking for more. Have to leave at least a creature back here. I mean, our hand, we've just drawn so many land, we can't really do much else. All right. Yep, there's a Lizard Blades. We're dead. Ah, dang it. I guess we'll keep it. I mean, I'm not totally sure what we're expecting to do, but, you know, we'll figure it out. All right. Now, I guess we want to play this on red. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to plus this and attack. Obviously, they can just kill our wolf, so it's not a big deal. We'll just assume wolf's dead. All right, then we're going to play this. Then hopefully the opponent taps some mana, but they won't because they hate us. And we're probably just going to feed them the Shatter Skull Charger, since we know they can very likely are going to kill this. And then we'll try to live off these shenanigans the rest of the way. This does trample, though, which has some value, but we'll assume it's also dead. How is this not... Is this for real not dead? Whoa! We got the full value on the Shatter Skull Charger. That never happens. I don't even know what to do with myself right now. We're like in Magic Christmas land. That should never have worked. What in the world's happening right now? The opponent's playing Jund colors. I mean, all right, I guess, right? What are we going to do? I mean, if you didn't kill the Charger, I mean, let's go. Okay, still 2 damage. We're cool with that. Have another one? Cathartic Fire. All right, cool, cool. Still get in for 3. Play this tapped? Because I don't think, I mean, hold on. Well, it's too late. I already spent the mana. I was thinking if they played Loth here, we might have wanted that to be able to kill stuff, but their land came into play tap, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, all right. I mean, if they just have instant speed removal, we can't do a damn thing about it anyway, so kill all my things, I guess. Yep, I mean, that's, hey, they got it all, they got it all. You gotta respect it. All right.
Consider yourself
okay. Did we have enough here?
You fight for me.
Opponent can go to 4 and we can trample for 2. That doesn't do a lot for us, does it? All right. Ah, dang it. We got to take out Sorin, though. As much as I want to... I mean, because they're going to go to 4, lose 2, go to 2. Otherwise, they're going to go to 4, and we still have to do all that to kill them anyway. And we don't know what's in their hand, so sure. Leaving mana up for Briseju. I mean, we would have went and got a land, obviously, but we're going to gamble on this. Professor Onyx. With the greatest power. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate.
You really want to fight me?
Okay, well, it's gone.
Die eventually anyway.
That's nice, though. That's what we... Oh, what a way to get there. What a way to get there after having all of our stuff dealt with. So we attack first. Put the counter on the Kodama. Shoot this. Get the 2 damage in. And that'll do it. Whew. I mean, we'll keep it. But if we're not against creatures, this is going to be a pretty quick scoop, I think. And even then, this doesn't do a whole lot. Ah, boo. Okay. Let's see what happens. All right, Luminarch Aspirin. Good news, we can kill that. That's the best news, actually. Hey, Greg, thanks for liking the stream. Okay, this isn't so... Whoa, no, because that's on red, because I had to play it on red last time. I was just thinking I could put something on the Swarm Shambler, but then I can't kill Luminarch Aspirin here. Which sucks. So I kind of have to choose. Do I let this +1 go to waste, or do I just kill this? Sadly think I want to just kill... Actually, Alright. I think we're just going to do this and pass. Mostly because we may want to save the Blood Chief's Thirst for later if there's something like an Adeline or something here. Alright, let's go ahead and kill this while we can. Oh, that could have been great if I'd have waited a turn. But we didn't. So on to other things. Alright, I guess now we go ahead, kill Thalia. Not the best use of that card, but it's whatever. Okay, we still have access to a Kami's Flare, but we really have nothing else going on after this. So if the opponent plays anything of size or relevance, we're kind of in trouble. Oh, this is neat now, because if we get a red land back... Okay, if we get another red land... Ah, we didn't. I was thinking during their end step, we could shoot that and then get possibly the Shatter Skull Charger with a counter on it, which would be pretty slick. But I think here we just pass. And maybe we still try to do it. Oh, I forgot. We're going to take 3 damage because I didn't cast anything. Gosh dang it. Ah, well. Such is life. Okay. Sure. I was thinking I may just want to shoot that there, but I was like, what are they going to do with 1 mana? Probably nothing. And turns out that's the answer. Nothing. Attack with both of them, opponent. We would love that. Okay, they're only going to attack with the 1, which makes sense. Yep. We'll take the 3. Shoot the opponent for 1. Go ahead and put a counter here. And draw an untapped red land. Nope, we don't. We didn't do much of anything there. That's really bad. Alright, at least this gets to be a 2/2. So that's a thing, maybe, kinda. This did not go well. This did not go well at all. Alright, if they tried, I'm assuming you're going to try to play Adeline here, right? Because that's like the best thing you could do. No, you're not. You're going to do that instead. How do we feel about that? I'm going to get rid of a Swarm Shambler? No, you're going to get rid of that. So interesting. Okay. Sure, I guess that's a thing. They just, yeah, they have no mana, and they made the decision to play that to get rid of. Why? Like, I feel like I'm missing something, because that play does not seem nearly as beneficial to them as... Yeah, okay. Sure? I mean, you're not attacking, right? Yeah, I was going to say, like, attacking's just bad. So, I mean, do we kill this? Or they're going to lose those cards, so it's really just what's in play plus those. Though, getting to put plus and plus ones on things could hurt. Thanks for that, by the way. This is a tough call. Because I could also possibly just do nothing, turn these both into 3/3s, and that's also relevant. So we're going to gamble? God, I don't like this, but... Problem is, I know what they're losing here. You know what? F it. We're just going to turn this into a 3/3. Well, that didn't help, did it? Oh, that didn't do at all what we wanted it to do. Okay, well, is what it is, man. All right, we'll pass. No attacks. Let's see what the opponent does here. They still might remove one of these, put a counter on something. We take like 7 or 8 this turn. Yep, there's a Brutal Cathar, as expected. Yep. No surprises at all. Yep, get to turn something into a 3/3 so you can trade. Nope, you're just going to make a 5. Yeah, that's fine. You can have a 5. No blocks. All right. Thank you so much, deck. Much appreciated. All right. Put the counter here. Juice that up. We're not going to attack just yet, I don't think. They could turn this into a 6/6. They could also remove Thalia, or the partners, I mean, which could be a problem. What do we want to do here? I mean, we can't attack, because then we're just dead, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we die to a bunch of random stuff because of Rapid Battery. So no attacks. I mean, their hand has to be gas, though, because they haven't drawn any land. Oh, they finally got one there. Elite Spellbinder. Ugh. Alright, well, I guess the plus side... Well, they're going to get to attack us for 4 with the Spellbinder anyway. Yep. Alright, so we need some other cheap creature here. Is what we need. I mean, I guess if they attack with the Apparition and we block it, we lose our Swarm Shambler, which is not great. But we can get back a creature. Yeah, there's going to be... We're going to have to think of some stuff for next turn. That's all I can say. At least the opponent's hand's empty and we know what we're up against here. Oh, okay, you're a thing. You matter. Oh boy, what are we doing here? This is exciting. All right, so we play this, cast this. This is going to get 2 counters. We can put 1 on it. What do we even kill? I mean, it probably has to be Spellbinder, I think. But then it's like, okay, yeah, all right. I guess that's what we're doing. Just so we can possibly first strike other things. Now the question is, we put a counter on this duder. Or actually, we could just put a counter on Halana and Elena. Actually. And then put counters here. And then attack with that for 7. So they have to double block it, because it gets menace, because we put counters on it this turn. Alright. What can the opponent do to us here? And also now, if we draw a land, we get a Shadow Scroll Charger that has Trample, with potentially a pile of +1/+1 counters on it. Alright. Opponent can attack. We can block safely, because it's only a 4. Alright. That is not a bad extra thing to have here. All right. Yep. That does it. Oh, no. This hand is not good. What can we do with this? I mean, we put this on red, put that on green. Like, hey, you know what? This one's one we'll keep for science. We'll see what happens. I don't even know what I'm hoping to happen here, but we'll see. Opponent's deciding if they're going to keep, I guess, at 6. They are. And we drew this. This actually is not bad. That's actually okay. That helps out a little bit. Because now we can kill something, then maybe play this. Actually, I might even just play this and hope to, like, Kadama Hot Springs get in, let that Kadama get dealt with, then Kadama Hot Springs get in, you know, that sort of thing. Might be the plan here. Golly. We actually can't afford to play anything here. We're just going to have to pass. Mostly because whatever they play is probably going to end up getting a rune on it, and we want to stop that from happening. Well, okay. Then there's that. So playing defensively has come back to bite us in the butt. Now what happens? Yeah. Alright. Well, had no way to know they were just going to be playing runes on their lands. Only thing I can think of now is their hand is full of stuff like Hallowed Hauntings or something. And if so, we can't do anything about that anyway. Alright, they're going to commune. Man, for a runes hand, the opponent... they did mulligan to 6. Maybe they just felt because they had a handful of runes, if they got any relevant creature, they'd be better off, potentially. I don't know. Trying to figure out, well, like, this is where, like, you know, not so much what my opponent's done, but what they haven't done kind of has me thinking about what other cards would have mattered here for them. Put this... We already have red, double red. Put this on black in case we need it later. I'm going to hold on to the Boseiju because that's just good for us, obviously. I kind of want to try to get more value. So let's just attack. And if they try to put something on the Kami, we will shoot the Kami. I think is going to be our plan. Alright, let's go ahead and play this because we can do that safely. Alright, end the turn. And this is a little bit greedy because if they have something to protect their Kami, I am going to get blown up in the face for, you know, getting too creative here. But since they tapped out to play that. So we get it to go to the yard before they lose any other enchantments. I could land Generous Visitor here. Okay, that's not bad. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Yeah, we'll go ahead and play this. I was thinking about just leveling up the Ranger class, but this is probably smarter. Put that on here. Oh, I guess really this would have got exiled anyway because of this thing. Actually, wait a minute. Oh, dealt damage. Okay, sure. Alright, go get green. End the turn. Opponent's at 4. If we can get any relevant creature here, we should be mostly okay. Now, they do have a lot of cards. So, I mean, they could find a Jukai Naturalist, put a bunch of stuff on it. Even here, they could just chain off another creature and a bunch of spells, putting counters on things with runes. So we may still have to work for this 4 damage. And we have to hope they don't have a life gain rune, because they already have a haste rune here. So that's the other thing. Now, we can get rid of the life gain rune with the Boseiju. So, not the end of the world. And they're likely going to stay on defense, because it wouldn't make sense for them to attack here, being at 4. Alright, there's the life gain rune, which we suspected was there somewhere. Alright. Opponent is out of gas, finally. Alright, that works out for us. We'll just put this on red. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't do anything with that. We will just pump this. I'm just checking my mana as I go along, so we're not getting auto-tapped to oblivion. We'll attack. Put a counter here, I guess. I mean, I guess technically I could have played a land and attack with this too, and it probably still would have been fine. Opponent goes to 10. They would have taken 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they'd taken 10 either way. Yeah, so I guess we had it a couple of different ways. Kill that one. Now, if they have, like, land, destroy a creature or something or other, oh, that's going to be the worst. Nope, they don't. Didn't even have any other basics. Oh my gosh. All right, we'll keep it. I'm going to go with this. I guess I should have still went with the Den of the Bugbear first. That had potential to be wrong in more ways than obvious. Alright, let's draw a black land here, because we're going to need to kill a creature. Pretty certain. Alright, well, we don't need to kill a creature, so that's interesting. And nothing to kill that. Huh. Okay. I'm actually not sure if I even want to show them the black land at the moment. I think I'm just going to do this. Leave them just thinking we're just playing Gruul stuff here. I was thinking maybe we could lure them into a play they may not be prepared for, you know, something like that. What do we do here? Bisheju actually has a little more power now, too. So let's play this. Let's go ahead and put this out there. Let's kill this. Yeah, we'll at least threaten the opponent and just say, alright, make you spend your turn dealing with this wolf. Since they didn't have a removal card before, they would have had to pick one up or find one here because they're going to discard 2, I'm assuming. But it makes the wolf very much a threat on its own. Oh, well, good thing. We're trying to dodge, what is this, a 5-color whatever? Oof. Oof. Jeez. Who knew all that was happening? This is a heavy control reanimator something. This is a wild pile of things happening. Boy. Sure? Yeah, I was just gonna go for it. No red, no green lands here, which is a little bit tough. I'm gonna gamble, though. We're gonna try to draw one. I don't think we're gonna get it, but whatever. I mean, this is a hand you definitely mulligan, though. Like, no questions, this hand is a straight mulligan. Like, if we get lucky and draw a green land, don't figure that into your math. Oh, see, now we get punished anyway, because even if we get it, we don't get the best case scenario we were hoping for, so that's also bad. We do nothing except attack. All right. Oh, wasn't expecting to see that there so soon. All right, well, we're not doing anything else, so sure. What are you gonna do? If you just don't draw it, you don't draw it. Yep, all right. we go first. Man, I wish I had a 2-mana thing to play there, but we really don't. So we're going to keep anyway. But just put this in tapped. Alright, let's go ahead and go with this. See what the opponent decides to do. There's a good chance we're going to be... Well, I don't know. We do have 2 Kami's players in hand, so maybe we're not willing to block. I don't know. Maybe we are. Yeah. Alright, let's go for it. Okay, let's play this on... do I need... We already have black. Let's put this on the red side so we have double red. Because we might actually need to use the Boseiju for something. Let's go ahead and play this. And then we'll pass. Hopefully it's not out of line. That's... gosh, damn. Of course it was out of line. Okay, well, now we've got a little bit of trouble. Because we can play this with every expectation that it's just going to get removed. And then, not much else we can do. This is going to suck. We're probably going to have to block and shoot out of line next turn, I think is going to be our game plan. Oh, they only had a Spellbinder. Okay, that's not the worst thing. We could have had much worse things happen there. And them getting a Kami's Flare, not too bad, because we know we can still get that off next turn if we need to. Yeah, we'll take our turn then. Opponent chooses to do nothing. Oh, now that's interesting. That adds another layer to things. Because if we choose to play the Boseiju, we could do this, level this up. These both get in attack. Now, the downside is I won't be able to get the Kami's Flare off when the time comes. But even if they get rid of one of these, it's probably still okay. Oh, this is risky, I feel like. But you know what? Risking it for the biscuit. This is just who we are now. All right. We only have a couple of basics in here, so we'll just go grab those. Get that. Get the mountain. All right, so the good news is we should have enough mana to still like level up Ranger class and do some things. Ooh, Adversary is going to hurt. So we're going to take a lot here. Nope, they're only going to attack us for 6. Okay, fair. Don't hate that, honestly. Oh, that's big. That is huge mungus. I think we just won with that card. Hold on a second. We have this. Comes into play. Put a counter on it. That's 3. We can make it 4. We attack with these, putting a counter on Kodama. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's not going to be a win. And we're going to be a mana short of doing both of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So if I got rid of the Intrepid Adversary and attack with just both of these, I can make these each 5. And that would bring Adeline down to a 3 power. I feel like we should just be safer here. I know that sounds lame, but... put the counter there. And we do basically have lethal here, because we'll get 2 extra damage off of this, plus we have all of our trample damage. So while playing Lana and Lena is fun, I don't know... I mean, wait. Is that all the opponent's doing? Okay. Yeah. All right, we get a win. All right, so that was actually a lot of fun. Honestly, it worked out a little better than I thought. I don't know if it's as good as just the Jund version. However, I do like the idea of being able to take out more creatures or even planeswalkers and not have to worry so much, which is kind of nice. The black gives you that little peace of mind, and being able to get a creature that can menace its way through later in the game is kind of nice too. So I don't know. I'm kind of like weighing. Like you do give up a little bit in terms of mana consistency, which makes sense, right? We're playing 3 colors or whatever versus 2 colors. So that's a thing. I will say though, one thing that could help the deck that I also considered that I haven't tried yet, that some of you will like, is actually taking a look at Gragmaw. Gragmaw could actually be played in place of the Shatterskull Charger, and I think that would actually work out pretty well. And then if your creatures die with counters, Gragmaw gets bigger, or whenever they sweep the board, you still get like a 3/3 or a 4/4. So that could be pretty nice too. Now, admittedly, you give up the haste and the trample, so it's kind of a little bit of give and take, but it is also a little bit easier to cast on the mana. So something that some of you may want to experiment with. I don't think I'm going to put it in my version, but it is a card that crossed my mind that could be worth trying out if you haven't done it yet. But yeah, if you're looking to play Jund and you like it, this actually had some power and held up pretty well against various matchups. There was also a really long game that I didn't include where we ended up, I'm trying to remember the scenario, but we ended up with like a really long game. And really because I made 2 play mistakes and drew like 5 land, or out of 5 draws, 4 of them were land. And we were still in the game against Orzhov control. So there's a chance that this deck is a little better than I'm giving it credit for, but I just wanted to include that so you have that information if you didn't see the live stream. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Polukranos, or Polukranos as some people like to say. But realistically, this card would have been perfect in this type of deck. It's a big old body for not a lot of mana. It's a fight spell, which helps you in a ton of matchups. Like, this is the type of card I really wish was still legal, because we'd have fun playing with this. And it just fits so well, so easy to cast. It's just one of those times where a card comes out and it's just in a different environment. Now that being said, we did still have several decks where we played some Polukranos, so it's not like we didn't have our time with it. But sometimes you look at a card and you're like, it would just be so much better in another deck. But it still gets a little bit of play in Commander because it can fight some things and it can come back from the graveyard as a bigger creature later in the game. And that's never a bad thing. And if you want to pick one up, they're super cheap. They're like $1. Even if you want one of the special versions or pre-release versions or whatever, they're like $3 or $4. So even if you want to bling out your decks, it's not going to cost you a lot if you want to bling it out with the Polukranos. Now, as always, you will be able to get today's deck list down in the description below, along with links to our Facebook gaming page, our Twitch streams, and our Discord, which are open to the public, so come on by, say hi, get deck help, ask questions. We can discuss all this stuff with New Capena if you want to, if you have questions about stuff. It's a great place to do it. And if you would like to support me and the channel, I know some of you have asked if we have a Patreon. We don't, but we do have YouTube memberships that are done the same way, just right here on YouTube, so you don't have to go to another platform. And for as little as 99 cents, you can support the channel. And there's other stuff too if you want to check it out. But even if not, please remember to like the video because that helps so much. And then subscribe if you haven't and hit that notification bell. And remember, importantly, choose all notifications so you don't miss any of the videos we're putting out. Because boy, we're putting out a lot leading up to the new set. Right now we're doing set reviews of the cards as a release. And then we're going to be doing deck list every day leading up to the set once we have the full set list out. So keep an eye on that. But otherwise, that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.